Hello Africa, my name is Alice Taguira, your chief editor at She Glows Africa magazine, a magazine that is published online and physically, a magazine that seeks to celebrate, empower, educate women across Africa. So today I'm graced in the studio with the presence of the renowned, prominent business guru, Mama Dr. Divine Simbi Ndhlukula of Security Company in Rikomborero Farms. I believe she's got more to add to her portfolio. And also, we are graced with one of the most inspiring business entrepreneur, Nyary of Yanaya lifestyle. You know it. Welcome to the show, Mama and Nyary.
Thank you very much. It's our pleasure to be here.
Anything you want to add to your portfolio?
Well, I think you've said it. I'm a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
I am a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grandmother.
Yes.
I love championing women's economic empowerment issues. I think that that really explains who I am.
Indeed. And Nyary?
Thank you so much for having me. On top of being the founder and CEO of Yanaya, I'm a pastor's wife. I'm like a passionate Jesus girly, an Adventist pastor's wife who's a creative at heart.
I don't really see that there's a difference in work or in any business. When I see work is work. I don't believe that there's work that is gendered to a specific group.
Okay.
This is why a lot of people ask me, how did I start a security company? Because there's a belief that some of these roles are specific for men. Mm-hmm. No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
So how do I navigate it? I navigate it by being the best that I can be in whatever assignment I have.
Yeah.
That's how I navigate. I put my best foot forward, just like my counterpart who might be male. He does the best that he can.
So there is no strategy to it. You just have to be your best.
Yes, the strategy is you believe that the role you are into is not specified for a man, for a woman. Mm-hmm. It's specified for anybody who has got passion for that particular. This is why I say there's no science in anything. It's more about passion. If I'm happy to be in the space of running whatever sector, well, security, for instance. Mm-hmm. There shouldn't be a division to say, she's a woman, how is she going to do it? It's about the brains more than the brawns for anything. If you start thinking it's the muscles, no, a business is run by the brains. It's run by the passion. It's run by the acumen that a person has and the love for what they want to do. Anything else follows.
Wow, interesting. Nyary, what do you think?
Like what Mama has said, as a young entrepreneur in business, I navigated by sitting on the shoulders of those that have walked the path before me. Where I find challenges or things that I'm failing to get my head around, I always will look up to ask and say, I faced this challenge. How do I get around it? How do I solve this?
Well, for me, security has always been considered a prison for males, for men. So I came in and said, it's not for men, it's for us as well.
Okay.
That's why I started up in the sector. So I said we're going to employ women as security officers.
Wow.
Practitioners, and they were never accepted. So it was very difficult for not just the clients not just the managers that I employed, because they had the experience. The men were the only ones that had the experience. Not just those, but even the women themselves. They couldn't believe that they could be capable security practitioners. So I had to work on what I termed a kind of mindset change, really taking them, walking them through that anything can be done by them. And initially I did it, obviously, as a social issue to get women to be employed formally, because women were not generally not employed formally. They would be vending or going to South Africa to vend and so on. So I felt this is a mass employer opportunity that we could employ a lot more women, because currently we do employ over 1,000 women.
Wow.
So I said, how do I bring them in? I had to start working on the mindset of the women themselves through a training program. Then I had to go and convince the clients that they should accept the women. They didn't want to accept the women initially, but I had to tell them that in areas where there is a lot of mint and counting and looking at things, women could do better. I'd give them all the best reasons that they could accept. And it was very, I can say it was so pointed that a global company, Unilever, is the one that really rolled it out for us, because I talked to this MD and he said, okay, fine, let's bring them in, because he was British. So he could understand that women could do it from being a person with a global perspective. So indeed we put them there, and they made such a huge difference in the business at Unilever, because the pilferage that was going on, the kind of connivance that was happening at Unilever, came to a standstill, literally, because the women that we put in the dispatches and receiving areas, they arrested people left, right, and center. Wow. Because it was a lifetime opportunity for them to be formally employed. And I had inculcated in them that this is an opportunity we cannot afford to miss. And this is a door that has just been opened partly for us. We can open these doors widely for the other women to get opportunities to come in and be employed. So put your best foot forward, girls. Wow. I would rally them every day, and indeed they did. And when that happened, everyone started noticing. Even my own peers in the industry were saying, Divine, you're employing so many women, you're going to lose money. They will go to maternity leave. When the child is sick, the woman has got to go to the hospital. So you still pay them, because there are labor laws that you need to pay them. So I said, no, it's just not about the money. It's also about me giving an opportunity to these women that also need to be employed, so that they can feed these children, because most of them that we employed were single mothers, divorced and so on, and widows. Yeah. So eventually it became such an excellent business decision, because you know what happened at Unilever is that it went wildfire. Everyone else was saying, so we would also rather have the female officers, because things are happening at Unilever, because Unilever was now saying, oh, things have really changed and so on. So we had a very good example to say, this is what is happening at this particular site. And if you are not accepting the women, you are losing out. So it became a very good business decision, and it even became a much more impactful business decision, because during hyperinflation, all the men were leaving work. Almost all the men. At some point, we had 70% employees as women in 2007 and 8, because the men were not patient to wait for money that is being hit left, right, and center by inflation. But the women were patient, and we could essentially be able to provide the numbers that our clients were seeking. Others totally failed because they didn't have the women, and it opened doors for women generally, because every other security company started employing women because they saw the business case in it.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Quite inspiring. You?
Okay. I think when we started Yanaya, we were creating a blue ocean, because we were introducing healthy food, which was so unbeknown to our market. What was familiar was fried chicken and chips, sadhanema zondo, sadhanema guru. When we were doing the research to say, okay, doing a market research before we started to say, okay, no, we want to bring in a brand that's going to serve healthy food, starch-free, no fried foods, sugar-free, but maintaining taste, maintaining aesthetics and things like that. And maybe 70% of the feedback that we got when we were doing our market research was that no, it's not going to sale anyway because Zimbabweans love their meat and their sadza. However, we just went on and grabbed the bull by its horns and said, okay, I had a firm belief that it worked because I had been a very big fan of healthy food, and I didn't know where I would go to get healthy food that I can trust, that whoever is behind the counter cares about my health, cares about my gut, cares about the effect that this food is going to do to my body. So we began Yanaya as a blue ocean, I would say. And 5 years on, we have introduced various innovative ideas to spruce up, to say you can eat healthy and it doesn't have to be boring. You can go out as a diabetic person and enjoy food as much as other people are enjoying food. But now you find out we have a lot of young executives that have gone to universities abroad and they've come back to Zimbabwe, and their tastes have changed and their perspective about food have changed. So we are positioned to cater for that market that wants to count their calories, that wants to count what they are eating, that's measuring the fat content, that's measuring how much cholesterol in this, how much carbs am I eating. I mean, we have tried now and then to ensure that we keep on our toes, taking our indigenous foods and saying, okay, can we take Masao and create something for it? Can we take Masao so that a young person or an elderly person go town and she will find something that is familiar. So we have taken our indigenous foods, madumbe, mawuyu, Masao, and we have created foods that are Instagrammable. I mean, I'm a 2K. We understand Instagram. If I'm going to eat something now, what people understand is that you should, if before you eat, you must snap it. So we have come in and bridged the gap between your fried chicken and between your sadza and maguru, and say you can eat light and you can still Instagram it. And that has been our success and our USP, because we can bridge from your elderly clients to your young clients, and we are able to meet everyone's needs and expectations when they come in contact with Yanaya.
So now let's delve into my guru's businesses. I'm gonna start with my doctor here. So in a world that is constantly evolving with technology and regulations, how does Securico stay ahead of competition and compliance?
I think we are all aware that we're now in the 4th industrial revolution, and there's no way you can run a business without it being technologically driven. Yes, security is no longer just about cutting. We are very big in electronic security systems, the surveillance systems, the CCTVs, the alarms, the access controls. Even the way we manage our guarding operations is very automated. We are fully automated to a level where we don't need to supervise a guard. Yeah, they are systems that real time, they are supervised from a control room. So yes, we are very much in sync with what is happening currently. You know, it's technology, and you cannot run a business without being technology driven.
Wow, interesting. And also, how do you balance maintaining high security standards while also keeping your services cost effective for clients?
I believe at times the cost is really not the issue that we sell. We sell value.
Okay.
What is the value that we sell? Is the client prepared to pay for the value that they see in what we are offering? How do we then balance that? Yes, Zimbabwe is a very cost-conscious environment. How do we balance that? We have just talked about technology. Technology is way cheaper than the human. So we run what we call an integrated operation, where we ask, we go into a customer's operations and see how can we best service, integrating both the physical, the human, and the technology. And then we come up with a cost-effective solution. But at the same time, we cannot compromise on the quality or on the product itself by wanting to charge cheap. I always say we are not for everyone. We do charge, and this is why our business is really focused at the top end of the market. We deal with the major corporates, the embassies, the NGOs, people that are looking for the high levels of security, but at the same time can afford to pay them. But we also look at the cost-effective way of providing that by integrating the various solutions.
Okay. How about Alice, who just it's more obvious in town, agreed to?
Well, the best for you would be to put an alarm.
Okay.
It's not expensive to put an alarm. And what you then pay for is the monitoring of your premises from our control room. And then if there's an intrusion, we react. It registers in our control room, and we react. Our rapid response service is around everywhere in the city. Okay. So or in Harare. For a small operation like yours, what you just need is an alarm system. Okay. Installation of an alarm system is not that expensive. It's under 1,000 once off. Then you pay quarterly monitoring fees of about less than 200 per quarter, which is per 3 months. Your site is monitored from our control room 24/7. Okay. If someone is going to be intruding through a window, we quickly get to know, and response team reacts and intervenes. Okay. So it's not expensive.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, let's move to Nyary. What differentiates Yanaya from the rest?
I think it's because of our objectives. I believe, yes, we are about the business, but we are about the customer. Okay. We are about the customer. We have a byline that says only Yanaya cares about you. Okay. I mean, on our menu we have something that caters for your skin. On our menu we have something that caters for indigestion. On our menu we have something that caters for people with acids. On our menu we have something that caters for people that are lactose intolerant. So we are on a journey or on this big mission to redefine what it means to eat healthy, to cater for those people that still have misconceptions around organic food and around what it means to eat healthy.
That's interesting. So, okay, as we wrap up, how many outlets do you have so far?
We have 8. So since COVID, we are slowly pivoting our business from walk-in restaurants to servicing organizations. So now we're working with hospitals, we're working with corporates, we're working with NGOs, and we're working with NPOs to sort of zoom into our offerings and ensuring that they give the biggest impact.
That's interesting. Well done, well done. So we've taken a lot of time for you, but this was quite beneficial to all the entrepreneurs and business women and gents out there. So I'm so curious to know which is more profitable between Sekiriko and Zikombrero Farm.
Oh dear, what a question. Well, I guess farming is a business that, particularly livestock, it's got a long gestation period, but you need to have deep pockets first. Yeah, so I can safely say, it's the business of the future. Wow. Because with agriculture, you never go wrong because people always want to eat. There's no question about it.
I actually think Nyary should invest in farming, considering what she's doing, right?
Yeah. She should contract to farmers to produce that's what a lot of
she should be a farmer.
A lot of processors do now.
Contract farmers.
Yeah, they do contract. You cannot be jack of all trades. She contracts, and she just goes into contract agreements so that she knows she's got steady supply of raw materials.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Mama, Dr. Divine Simbi, Ndhlukula, and Nyary for gracing our stage. You can share where the viewers can find you.
Okay, I'm personally found on my public Facebook. It's just Divine Simbi Ndhlukula. I am Securico. You can also find Securico, their website, www.securico.co.zw. Same as Rikombariro, www.ricofarms.co.zw.
I'm available on all social platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok.
Okay, and Yanaya?
And Yanaya is also found on all social platforms, and you can find us on our website, www.yanaya.co.zw.
Don't also forget to visit us on www.sheglowsafricamagazine.com, Facebook, She Glows Africa Magazine, Instagram, She Glows Africa Magazine, YouTube, The Alistair Gray Show. Until next time.